What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie all day. I'll tell you what, I was hungry and walking through the grocery store because that's what I do. I get hungry and then I kind of just walk and look around and see some things. And I started to think to myself, ooh, what if I took some of this and some of this and some of that, did a little bit of that, and created the newest, greatest thing ever. And that's what I think I may have just done in my head. Outside of my head, how is it going to be? I have no idea. But what I do know is I needed some of this. This is a croissant dough sheet, right? Everything that I got is just put it together and put heat on it. That's it. There's no cooking necessary, just heating. So this is going to be super easy, almost kind of fun. You could do this with your kids and you could use different ingredients. That's what is going to make this so special. But the ingredients I chose for a reason. I think that they're going to be pretty darn good. So croissant dough sheet, all you do is you're going to crack it open and you see how it works. You take the croissant and you roll it out, and then I'm going to cut it to size, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So there's a few other things I got here, and I'm going to show you what it is. Very important, fully cooked bacon. You don't want to use raw bacon because it's not going to cook long enough to fully cook. So you want fully cooked bacon. And what's going to happen is if you use the raw bacon, then you're going to get, even if it's cooked enough, kinda, it's still going to be really stretchy, chewy, nasty bacon. So very important, get fully cooked bacon, already cooked. Outside of that, you're going to need hot dogs. Now here's the deal. Don't go out and buy like regular hot dogs. Only look at the ingredients list and only find one where the ingredients are like 4 ingredients and some of it's vegetables. Like this has got onion in it, but it's literally like beef and water, and that's it. There's nothing in here. Hot dogs have some nasty stuff in them if you get the wrong stuff. But natural hot dogs, really good hot dogs, are actually made with real beef or real pork, like the good cuts, not snouts and hooves and tails and buttholes. So make sure you get some really, really quality stuff and try to get one that's a little thicker. And I'll show you why you're going to want one wider. Now, I want to do a stuffed hot dog type thing. And if you've ever seen a stuffed hot dog, the only way I've seen people do them is they take the hot dog and they cut from about here to about here. And then they squeeze it at end to end. And it kind of will go from a hot dog to like this. It'll have an opening in the middle, like this. And people generally stuff beef in it, and then they'll bake it like that or throw it in the grill, and you could kind of like a hamburger in the middle of a hot dog is basically what it is. And I've seen that before, and as well as most people have. And I mean, it's cool and all, but how do you up that game? And that's what it's all about. It's about how do you take something that's been done before and do something that you've never seen. And that's where I'm going. So I went out and I got some Kingsford pulled pork, some barbecue pulled pork. It's in the barbecue sauce. So that means, again, pre-cooked. So all this pulled pork in the barbecue sauce is already cooked and it just needs to be heated. Well, that's perfect because that's what I want to do. Last thing I got, besides you guys a concussion, sorry for dropping you on your heads, is some sliced mozzarella, and that's just gonna be to hold it all together. So you can probably kind of at this point imagine where I'm going with this meal. I'm going to take this, I'm gonna put a hot dog on it, I'm gonna cut the hot dog down the middle, I'm gonna spread the hot dog open, I'm gonna put the pork inside the hot dog, I'm gonna top it with the bacon, I'm gonna top the bacon with the cheese, then I'm gonna wrap the croissant around. So where generally the hot dog, when you see a hot dog burger type thing, they generally put it on some kind of burger bun, something like that. That just popped open all by itself. Ooh, this one's all sticky on the outside. And that's how they do that. We're doing different. We're doing better. All right. So that's why mine is going to be mine. So I've never seen one open like this. Kind of crazy. It broke. It's like a broken one. Now I got to figure out where the seam is so I can get it going. Here we go. It's right here. So it looks like just the edge. Wow, that was weird, man. That was weird. But I'm going to do it completely 100% enclosed. And I have never seen anything like this. So this is going to be cool. And I am not the first person who's ever walked into a kitchen and created a meal. So somebody could have done it before. But again, I have never ever seen it. So for me, this is 100% original. And I'm excited about it because as far as I know, this exact process that I'm doing, I might be the only one. I might be the only one. And once I get the spread out here, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this broken dough. Really weird that it opened like this. I've never had one do that. Get this broken dough all just panned out here. All right. Crappy dough today. Do. All right, so that should be pretty good. It's just opened up, and now I'll bring you to a different level so you can see what's happening. And we'll do it in real time. So, first things first, I need a hot dog. Golly, if you've never seen the ADV Tactical Crusher, this knife, I've been practicing with it. I am lightning fast with this knife, and I have to say, this climbed right up my favorites ladder. I love this thing. But we're not talking about the do I love it ADV Tactical Crusher. I do. We're talking about making a really cool meal. So let's open up some hot dogs here. And I'm only going to do a couple of them because I'm the only one eating. So this is what we're going to do. I'm taking the hot dog, perfect length across for this so I can get the dough around it. So now it comes down to measuring, and I know I can get 2, maybe 3, but because this dough's all banged up, I'm just going to work on doing 2 of them with these. So 1 roll of dough is going to be good for 2 of these. Now, I need to take the hot dog, and I should use a really thin knife for this. And that's what I might do. I might just use like a little paring knife because that's what the doctor ordered, something tiny. That's what the doctor ordered. I'm probably going to use a little plate too so I don't break open my dough. Actually, let me move it so you don't have to get that blur. So just take this little plate. Where is that little puncture hole I already put in it? Right there. And I'm going to just take my knife and cut down the hot dog. This is real beef. I'll tell you what, this is a pretty sturdy dog. This is a pretty sturdy dog right here, man. Let me see. I'll cut through most of it first. Then go back and glide through. That's good right there. I know this is the boring part. Sorry, guys. I got to show you. All right, so almost to the edge. Got about 1 inch away from the edge. So that should be good. So now the hot dog can do that, right? How cool is that? If you've never seen this done, that's what we're looking at. So now I'm going to take my hot dog and I'm going to press both ends and use my fingers to move it out a little bit, just like that. Now I need to open this guy right here, and this is going to be nice and easy. I'm just taking some of this beautiful shredded barbecue pork, and I am going to shove it inside the middle here and get it really nice. Really nice. My hands are getting all gross, but it's worth it. And don't forget to wash your hands before you get started. That's important. Although if you're feeding yourself, I guess it really doesn't matter if you don't mind eating your dirty ass nastiness. But I know where I've been, so I got to wash things. Oh, I'm disgusting. All right, so here we go. So now I have pulled pork, barbecue pulled pork, all through this whole thing. That is really nice. And you can see how that looks. Right, so now I gotta rinse my hands so I can open up my bacon. Now I'm gonna open up my bacon. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can wrap the bacon or you can just lay the bacon across. A lot of it's going to depend on the bacon you get. If you get the super thick cut stuff, it might be harder to wrap. And because it's pre-cooked, I don't know if it'll try and crumble while wrapping. We're going to find out right now exactly how malleable it is. It shouldn't be that malleable though because it is cooked. We'll find out. We'll find out together. All right, let's see here. So, do I want to wrap it? That means I have to pick it up while it's already got stuff in it. I guess I can. I think that's going to work. So, there we go. I'm going to wrap it just like that. I'll get another piece. And how much you need just depends on A, what do you prefer, and B, if you're wrapping it, how many does it take to wrap it? So, I mean, that could be telling you all by itself how many you're going to need. Let's see here. Oh, that is nice. Let me get a third piece and wrap that around there. And it looks like on this, I'm going to use 3 pieces. So now I have it completely wrapped in bacon, right? So I got the barbecue on the inside. I got the bacon there. And now I'm going to take one slice of mozzarella. And this is what I want to do. I could just lay it across, but I'm going to fold it in half and break it in half. And then I'm going to kind of go diagonal. And I'll show you. So I get as much cheese coverage as possible, right? So now comes just the wrap up. Well, $3.75. So now I'm just going to take my knife and I'm going to slice this dough right down the middle, giving me 2 halves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the ends and I'm going to bring it up. And I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to bring it up around the ends of the hot dog. Now I'm going to take and separate it all. The other ends there and the other ends here. And I'm going to wrap the edges all the way around. And I want them to connect and then pinch them. I want to pinch them so they're nice and tight together. So this whole thing is enclosed. So when it's done, if you don't put anything on top, you could literally just grab it like a hot dog and eat it. You know what I mean? So that is what I want, and that is what I got. So let's see if I can actually just, for demonstration purposes, there you go. It is 100% all wrapped up. Let me do my second one. Hold on. All right, so I have both wrapped up, and I'm just going to stick them in the oven between probably 15 minutes and a half hour, depending on how fast they cook. I'll just keep checking. All right, so I just had this super good idea. So I have these little barbecue sauces, and this one's like, I don't know, a little more than halfway gone, or right about there. And I started thinking, what about doing a drizzle on top? So I'm gonna cut the barbecue sauce with a little bit of mayo, mix it together so it's nice and runny, and then do a drizzle across the top. So I gotta mix this together. Hold on. All right, so all I'm gonna do is try and pour this well, not try, I'm just going to pour it. I'm going to pour the barbecue sauce right into this little cup here and try to get as much of it out as possible. And then once that's like that, ta-da, I'm going to take a teaspoon of mayo and stick it in there. And then I'm just going to really mix it together until the consistency is pretty fine enough to pour back into that bottle. So it's literally just stirring it up really nice until you have one even color. And I think I have achieved my goal. So now I'm just going to take what I just poured out and pour it in. And this is going to make a really nice drizzle across the top when it's all said and done. That's going to be wonderful. That's going to be wonderful. It's just going to add a little extra flavor to the outside crust. Just give it a little something different. It's going to be awesome, I can tell you that. Oh, yeah. All right, so now I have my barbecue drizzle. I even drizzled some of my barbecue drizzle onto my mayo can. Ooh, that's good. All right, hold on. Ooh, how do you like them apples? This one is the one that had the broken thing. So the broken area just fell apart a little bit. But look how well that stayed pinched together. Should be really nice. Oh, look, I can pick it up. I can pick up the whole thing. I can eat it just like this if I want. Man. Oh, that's hot. All right, so let's get it on. Let's bring you guys down here. Down to the appropriate height. And now I'm going to get my drizzle going. And so all I'm going to do is try to get a nice steady stream. We'll go across just like that. Come back, make a nice little X pattern. And voila. So, telling you, it's never been done like this before. Oh, let me get a fork. All right, so as always and easily, my favorite part is going to be the test. So let's see first about cutting one open. Oh, the cheese just got so ooey gooey. Check that out. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Just looking at it is wonderful. You got the bacon, the barbecue ribs, the cheese, the croissant. Oh my gosh. Let's get it all in there together. I'm glad I'm wearing glasses because this makes me want to cry. Oh my gosh, guys. Holy mackerel. Wow. All right, so I'm telling you, man, I might be a little doo-doo sometimes, but when it comes to like making these dishes and just coming up with stuff, oh my God. It can't. You can't get any better than this. That is amazing. Doing the drizzle on the top, great idea. That is freaking amazing. I knew it was going to be good because the combination of stuff can only make a certain flavor. But knowing and tasting are two very, very different things. Wow. Okay, so that's one of the best ones in a long time. Easy. Easy to do. The croissant, you can use like pizza dough, not going to be the same. I mean, you'll have that pizza dough exterior, which is fine, but using the croissant roll makes a light and fluffy crust that is just absolutely amazing, absorbs the flavors. Holy crap. This is super good. So, I'm going to go enjoy the snot out of this. I'm telling you guys, if you've never thought about making something that I show how to make or any of these little meals that I do, think about this one. It's amazing. I am Donnie All Day. Until next video.